Hey everyone, welcome back to Tan's Top 10 channel. It is October, which means Halloween season, my favorite time of the year. And what better way to celebrate than to start watching some horror movies? And for today's video, I am going to be sharing the top 10 movies I'm going to be watching this October for Halloween season to celebrate. These are all first time watches, never seen any of these movies before. Some of these are classics. A lot of people are going to be shocked that I haven't seen them yet. And some of them are new releases. Some have been in my collection for a while. Got a nice variety, and I just want to share some movies that I've never seen before. Also, share down below some of the movies you guys are going to be watching this Halloween season. And I did bring my dog Gizmo into the video because he just won't leave me alone for 2 minutes. That's okay though, because he's adorable. So there's not going to be any honorable mentions in this video. I'm just doing 10 movies that I am excited to watch this Halloween season. Kicking off the list at number 10 is going to be Tremors. This is the 4K version that Arrow Video released like last year or 2 years ago. I've always really wanted to watch this movie. I remember seeing a lot of previews on like DVDs and VHSs when I was younger for it. It's like a cool creature feature with you got Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward. Pretty cool cast. I heard like the practical effects and everything are a lot of fun too, so I'm excited to check that out. Coming in at number 9 is going to be House of Wax, the remake from 2005. I think this came out 2006. When this first came out, it got really bad reviews because the original is a classic Vincent Price film, and this one didn't really compare to that. But over the years, I've heard this is actually a pretty decent remake. I think this is the guy who just directed. He directed Orphan. I don't know if he direct. I don't think he directed the new one, Orphan First Kill, but he's directing Black Adam, the Dwayne the Rock Johnson superhero movie, and I don't know, I've heard pretty decent things about this over the years, so I'm excited to check it out. Plus, I heard Paris Hilton has a pretty cool death scene in this as well, and that'll be exciting. Coming in at number 8 is going to be Drag Me to Hell. This is the Sam Raimi horror movie that came out in like 2009. I've heard a lot of excellent things about this, and I'm a huge Sam Raimi fan. I love his Spider-Man movies. I had a pretty decent time with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. That was fine. That came out earlier this year. And then I really enjoyed the Evil Dead movies as well. So I've heard excellent things about this, and I still haven't watched it, even though it's been in my collection for a while. But I really want to sit down and watch this. Coming in at number 7 is The Faculty. This is directed by Robert Rodriguez and also written by Kevin Williamson, the guy who wrote Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer. He wrote a bunch of late 90s horror movies. I've heard this one is actually pretty good. I really like Robert Rodriguez as a director. He's got a really cool style. And the concept of like all these high school kids fighting their teachers that are turned into like aliens or monsters. And I heard it's got some pretty good practical effects as well. So I'm excited to check that one out. Speaking of Scream and Kevin Williamson, in my next spot, I got Scream 2 and Scream 3. I've actually never seen these movies before. I picked these up on Blu-ray, I think earlier this year. Scream 2 was written by Williamson. He did not write number 3, but I've heard number 2 is pretty good. I've heard 3 is probably the weakest of the franchise. I really want to check these out. I did rewatch Scream 1 last October. Had a total blast with that. That movie still holds up. A lot of fun. And I actually really like the 5th one that came out in January. I know a lot of people probably forgot that a Scream movie came out this year, but I really like that one. So excited to see how well these ones hold up compared to the rest of the franchise. Coming in at number 5 is a new release, Men. This came out earlier this year, directed by Alex Garland. I really love Ex Machina. I liked Annihilation. I think I liked the first half a lot more than the second half. Once it got towards the last like 20 or 30 minutes of that movie, it kind of lost me. But he's always a really interesting director. He makes pretty thought-provoking movies, beautiful movies. So I'm excited to check this out. I really like Jessie Buckley as an actress. And Rory Kinnear, he looks pretty creepy in the trailer. So I wanted to check this out. And I know it's a pretty polarizing movie. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people didn't. So if you've seen it, share down below what you thought of it. Speaking of new releases, coming in at number 3 is The Cursed. This is a movie that came out earlier this year. It's a werewolf movie, like a werewolf folktale, starring Boyd Holbrook. You got Kelly Riley. I've seen her in a couple of things. I remember seeing a lot of trailers for this in theaters and kind of really loving the trailers and being curious to check it out. by the trailers, it didn't even really look like a werewolf movie. But I've heard pretty good things about it. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters. Picked it up on Blu-ray. I'm definitely gonna be checking this out, and hopefully it'll make my top 10 of the year list. Guess we'll find out in a little bit. All right, number 3 might get me into a lot of trouble. I've never seen this movie from start to finish. I've only seen snippets of it. Hocus Pocus. Yep, I know. This is probably the Halloween classic for a lot of people. It's either this or Halloween. For younger people, it's definitely this one. I've never seen Hocus Pocus all the way through. I've seen pretty good chunks of it. Actually, like last week or the other day, it was on TV. I caught like the last 10 minutes of the movie. I have no idea why I've never seen it. I've owned it on Blu-ray for a couple of years. My wife watches it pretty much every year. She actually just watched the new one, Hocus Pocus 2. Yeah, I know this is a classic. I definitely got to sit down to watch it. And yeah, what better time than now since we just got the sequel. So I'll probably watch this one and then watch the sequel and see how they compare. Coming in at number 2 is going to be Hellraiser. This is the original Hellraiser. I've never seen this one. I've owned this Blu-ray for quite a while. This is the Arrow release. Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about this movie. I know, kind of like House of Wax, it didn't get great reviews immediately, but over time it's kind of become a cult following, and now Pinhead is pretty much like a horror icon, so that's exciting. Check it out. And it's directed by Clive Barker. He did a lot with Candyman, which I really love, so I'm excited to check this out. I've heard the gore and the violence and the practical effects in this are just outstanding. And with the new one coming out, we're getting a new new Hellraiser movie released this Friday on Hulu, and that one looks pretty good. I've heard excellent reviews so far, so before I check that one out, I definitely want to watch the original. And if I have time, I will check out the second one because I got this one from Arrow as well. If I have time, I'll check it out. Haven't heard great things about the second one, but I'm really excited to check the original out and then watch the new one Friday. But coming in at number 1 is obviously going to be Halloween Ends, the conclusion to this modern Halloween trilogy. We got the 2018 one, Halloween Kills, and now Halloween Ends, concluding the apparently it's supposed to conclude the entire franchise. I don't know how. Maybe that's just the Laurie Strode character. Maybe they are going to kill Michael Myers off. I kind of doubt it because these franchises make a lot of money. So I doubt they're going to kill him off, but I'm excited to check it out. I did really like the 2018 one. I saw that in theaters. Really creepy environment or atmosphere. I thought it was a pretty good Halloween movie. Definitely one of the better ones in the entire franchise. And then Halloween Kills, I was super excited about, and I did not like this movie. Yes, the kills were brutal, but the direction, the script, and a lot of the character choices were so stupid that I just can't get past it. So I definitely hope they improve on what they did in Halloween Kills. And based on the trailers and the plot synopsis and stuff, it doesn't really, I don't know how this is going to land, because it would have been cool if this entire trilogy was like a one-night thing where Michael just invaded Haddonfield and it all took place in one night. I think that'd be really cool. But this new one, Halloween Ends, is taking place like 4 years after Halloween Kills, which I think is kind of weird choice to make. Michael Myers is gone, like he's like vanished, but now he's going to return to fuck some people up. So I'm excited for it. I am a fan of this franchise. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt to land this ship rightly, but I don't know. I'm kind of nervous, guys. I just really want a good Halloween movie, and hopefully they deliver. Well, those are the top 10 movies I'm going to be watching this Halloween season. Please share down below any movies you're going to be watching. Like I said, these are all first-time watches for me. I'm excited to check them out. And also, I did want to share that for the month of October, I'm going to be doing a series of videos that I'm really excited about. I just filmed the first video yesterday, so I got to get that edited and get that out for you guys. But once that's out, you'll see what the series is about, and I'm really excited about it, and I hope you guys are as well. But until then, please like, share, and comment below, and please subscribe to the channel if you have not. And as always, guys, see you next time.